Under the warm light of a new morning, a trembling voice begins. Are you feeling discomfort in your joints, stiffness in your knees, or weakness in your legs? It sounds like the whisper of millions of aching hearts who wake up each day with pain as their first memory. But among them are stories that change everything, stories of people who refuse to surrender. Like Margaret, a 67-year-old grandmother from Toledo, Ohio, who once stood helpless at the bottom of her staircase, her knees burning like fire, her spirit crushed under the weight of pain. Her daughter begged her to try something simple, just 1 cup of Greek yogurt every morning. In 3 weeks, Margaret felt her body awakening. By week 6, she was climbing stairs again, and one afternoon, she ran across her backyard chasing her grandson's laughter, the wind brushing her gray hair like freedom itself. Then came James from Phoenix, a 59-year-old construction worker who was told he needed knee replacement surgery within 2 years. His wife began preparing him turmeric yogurt every afternoon, a golden mix of Greek yogurt, turmeric, black pepper, and honey. 6 months later, James walked into his doctor's office without limping. His X-rays revealed what medicine couldn't explain. His inflammation had vanished, and his knees were healing. He called it a miracle, but it was nature whispering the truth that science had buried beneath profit. Then there was Linda, 62, from Denver, whose hands trembled when she signed her prescription slips for anti-inflammatory drugs that were slowly destroying her stomach. She discovered omega-3 enriched yogurt, soft, creamy, and alive with healing oils. Within 10 weeks, she felt light again, her joints gliding, her body whispering gratitude. Her doctor halved her medication and stared in disbelief. Patricia, 71, from San Antonio, had lost hope altogether. Her walker had become her prison, and her nights were long symphonies of pain. Her granddaughter, a nutrition student, refused to let her give up and began giving her collagen-enriched yogurt twice a day. 12 weeks later, Patricia walked into her doctor's office without the walker. Her MRI showed cartilage regrowth, something thought impossible. The doctor's eyes widened. This is medically unprecedented. These weren't just stories, they were awakenings. Across America, people like Robert, a 68-year-old veteran from Nashville, were finding strength again. He had spent years on disability, his spine and hips locked in pain, his spirit dimmed. But his wife blended all 4 yogurts, Greek in the morning for strength, turmeric in the afternoon for inflammation, omega-3 in the evening for joint lubrication, and collagen at midday for repair. 6 months later, Robert was back at work, lifting, laughing, living. His letter read, "I got my life back with something as simple as yogurt. Why didn't anyone tell me before?" The truth was buried under billions of dollars in pharmaceutical profits, hidden by corporations terrified of something natural, something pure, something that couldn't be patented. These yogurts, Greek, turmeric, omega-3, and collagen, weren't magic potions but gifts of nature, quiet warriors in white cups. Greek yogurt rebuilt strength and balance with its protein and probiotics, reprogramming the immune system to stop attacking itself. Turmeric yogurt soothed fire with golden calm, curcumin fusing with healthy fats to create nature's anti-inflammatory code. Omega-3 yogurt lubricated joints from within, oiling the machinery of life, restoring the graceful motion of youth. Collagen yogurt rebuilt what time had stolen, cartilage, tendons, the silent scaffolding of the body. Each story echoed through kitchens and hospital rooms, in morning light and quiet prayers, proving that healing wasn't lost, it was simply forgotten. For decades, the medical world dismissed nutrition as background noise, but science had begun to whisper louder. Studies from Johns Hopkins, Harvard, and Stanford proved what our ancestors already knew. Food could heal if we learned to listen. People began taking the 7-day Greek yogurt challenge, posting their stories, sharing laughter, rediscovering movement. It wasn't a trend, it was a return. The old and the weary found hope in something so simple it fit in the palm of their hands. They stirred it with trembling spoons, added honey, berries, or flax seeds, and unknowingly rewrote the story of pain. In living rooms across the world, Videos like this spread quietly despite being shadow banned, shared before they disappeared. Every like, every share became a small act of rebellion against the silence that medicine had built around natural healing. The message was clear. 94% of Americans over 50 didn't know the truth, but those who did were no longer prisoners of pain. They learned timing mattered: Greek yogurt in the morning when inflammation was highest, turmeric with meals for absorption, omega-3 at night for repair, collagen on an empty stomach for rebuilding. They learned to choose live cultures, real probiotics, unprocessed ingredients, and organic turmeric that still smelled of the earth. Slowly, lives changed. People walked, ran, danced again. They replaced pills with spoons, prescriptions with patience, despair with hope. The world began to awaken, not in hospitals, but in kitchens where healing began again, one simple cup at a time. And as the voice faded into silence, the message lingered. Your pain-free future doesn't begin in a bottle, but in a bowl of truth that's been waiting in your refrigerator all along.